Gotta check my.
Yo, you funny as hell.
You know what I'm saying? My girl, you know what's crazy? My girl, she always be like, yo, why you always want to go on camera? You never check yourself. I always gotta check for you. I'm like, dang, you right, cause I be having stuff in my teeth before I hop on the camera and stuff. Man, I had to check myself at the last minute.
Yo, bro, I did my Keith Thurman interview. My hat was looking like that. It was all messed up. How's it
Yeah,
going, bro?
it's good. It's going good, man. You know what I mean? I'm super excited because everything in camp has been going great. Like I've been torching in camp, son. Like
Yeah.
I really been putting in work and building new strengths, adding new things. Y'all gonna see something different this fight for like it's gonna be the same me, but the little moves. If you're really watching, you know what I mean, then you gonna, you know what I mean.
Yo, Jason Sanchez, bro. He got a
Yeah,
little.
yeah,
This is a nice little step up right here, bro. I mean, he's been
yeah,
in there
yeah,
with
for
some
sure.
dogs.
Yeah,
He's been
yeah, he has. He definitely has. But you know what I mean, and he's been in there with Valdez. Been in there with Diaz. He's been in there with a few guys, man. But
even
this is the platform for me to this is a platform for me to show that like I'm different from everybody. You know what I mean? Showing the level that I'm on. I always look at Mayweather, right? Like he was coming up amongst a lot of great guys and all these superstars and whatnot, but he separated himself on a level on his own and show like, yeah, those guys is great fighters, but I'm an elite fighter. I'm one of a kind, and I'm gonna show that as my career continues to grow.
and the dude, he's even been in there with Christopher what Sanchez is it that he's been in there, and then Christopher Sanchez been in there with like Navarrete, Fernando Vargas,
Hmm.
Dog Boy. So I
Yeah.
mean, you in there with a real game dude right now. Well, just to get the people to know, he's like what's his record? A
16 and
16 and
4.
4. Yeah,
Hmm.
16 and 4. So like you saying that the training camp is different. Was
Yeah,
different.
yeah, it's different. It's different, man. I'm just. There's a lot of things we've been working on. And like it's really hard to impress my coach. You know what I mean? Coach K, he ain't the easiest person to impress, but on a consistent basis, he's just been hitting me like, "Yo, good day, good day, champ. Like you was on some sharp joint today, champ. Like that was some good work." So like he sees that I'm pushing myself. He sees that I'm elevating, and I just want to be great. And I really feel like everything that we're working on is just coming. It's coming to reality, man.
Facts. Facts. Um, what do you think we'll be able to see different, coming into this fight versus the others?
To be honest, like I gotta see if Jason Sanchez is gonna be able to pull it out of me. Like you know what I mean? Like because if not, then y'all gonna see me do what I do. Like and what I do, I'm gonna still be entertaining and whatever. But it takes a certain type of fighter to bring certain things out of me because it'll be unnecessary to bring out certain things for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, but I will
Yeah.
say it's certain things. I will say it's certain things that I've added to my arsenal that will naturally come out. That you guys will see it'll just naturally come out at this point. But
We seen that at your last fight too.
say it again.
We seen that in your last fight too. Some of those
Yeah,
natural
yeah,
things
yeah.
you're talking about.
Yeah, it's just little things that will naturally come out, but you know what I mean. But like the advanced stuff that'll take me, into like to make me do different things. Like I got to see if he'll be able to get it out of me. I don't know if he can, but we're gonna have to see that on December 9th.
Yeah, man. Your last opponent, I'm like, damn, my man Shu Shu putting that shit on too. He had the what do you call them? The Everlast shoes or some shit like that. They were like
Yeah, yeah,
brown.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, this dude's doing them like that.
Mhm. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I like to look good when I'm putting in that work, man.
Right, right, right. Even on Halloween, Shaggy.
Yo, yo, bro, listen. The wig, everybody's talking about the wig. The wig made the outfit, bro. That just is hilarious. I plan on making more funny videos with that wig, bro. I'm telling you, that gin is so funny.
Yeah,
You know
you
how
got
it
it,
moves
man.
and all that. All the girls, they was like, "Where you get that wig from? It look good. That cheap wig look good.
That
I
cheap.
might buy it off
Can I borrow it?
you."
Can I borrow
Yo,
it?
word. Yeah.
Trying to go to the
I might buy
club.
it off you. Man, yo. Wildin', yo, wildin'. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So, but I mean, I'm gonna bring it out from time to time just to troll.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this is your ninth fight, and I like a
10,
lot of the
10.
prospects. Bro,
It's my
this is
10th.
your this is your 10th. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
9-0 though right now,
yeah.
and you know, at a good pace, I believe,
Mhm.
especially among some of the other guys.
Yeah.
Edwin De Los Santos is a coach. Um, but yeah, so how am I betting on this one, man? Like, I think you can get this dude out of here.
Maybe. You gotta see how it go. To be honest,
Hmm.
like, I plan on putting a different performance on him than anybody else has put on him. I definitely expect to do that. Because he's basically kind of giving everybody else a problem. Like, even the guy, like all the guys that he's lost to, he's giving them some fight, some pushback. I want to break him down. It's like systematically. I'm familiar with the type of fighter he is, and I know what to do to make sure that what I what I want to happen is gonna happen. Um, I never predict a knockout. Me, I just always want to put on a great performance. But if it comes, it comes, and it is what it is.
Hmm.
Um, I just want to just continue to just build my resume and just continue to keep the fans like interested in seeing me fight. That's my thing. That's my main thing is just keeping the fans interested in seeing me fight. Keep on pressing that select button whenever they see my name on that title screen, and just to tune in. That's my thing, man. For real, for real.
What like if you had to explain Jason Sanchez of a type of fighter he is, what would you say?
He's a come forward fighter. He's a come forward fighter. Like I see there's moments where he tries to like use boxing moments. Like he tries to use little boxing technique or whatever, but his natural like way of fighting is coming forward, and you know like even if he was to hear this interview and like try to switch it up, whatever, what I mean. But there'll be nothing he'll be able to do. Honestly, there'll be nothing he'll be able to do because I know his boxing is not as good as mine, and I'm 100% sure his inside game is not as good as mine. And if you want to test that, he could come and test that December 9th.
Yeah, I mean he's super league game. I mean he's already been in there 12 rounds. I think he went 12 rounds one time. This is obviously a 10 rounder.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I like to see that. You get in a lot. How many fights have you fought this year already? What, like this is
Five.
your
This will be my fifth fight. This will
fifth?
be my fifth fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is my fifth
You
fight.
think
Last year was
24?
four.
You think 24 is going to be the same way, just the same amount of activity?
Yeah, yeah, I believe so. I believe so. They prepare me to get up to that, title contention. So I feel like I'll be in that conversation more towards the end of 2024, beginning 2025. That's when you're gonna really see in the dudes like me being talked about and them having a conversation. Yo, world champ, world champ. Hopefully these guys don't be shaking in their boots, man. For real, because I'm coming.
Mm,
For
mm.
real.
Been listening to you on the media. Really happy that more people are targeting to you, bigger platforms as well.
Yeah,
And I seen an interview that you was out there in Vegas for the Shakur fight, and you was
yeah,
side
yeah,
to side with Richardson Hitchens, and you told me, "Yo, I gotta see how he breaks down the fights." You were there when
yeah,
he was breaking some stuff down. What you
yeah,
grade him?
yeah,
Is he
yeah.
as good as you? Is he as good as you?
Is he as good as me?
Nah,
I ain't
not
gonna
like that.
lie. He did good. He
He's
did good,
alright.
bro. He did good. I ain't gonna lie. I'll put him up there with me. I ain't gonna lie. He got a good eye. I mean, I've always known he had a keen eye for things. He did a really good job with the breakdown and stuff like that. I gotta give it to him, man. He did his thing. He did his thing.
What I like too, shout out to Jackie Fernandez por los 5 pesos. Thank you for the 5 piece. What I enjoyed as well, bro, it was that I know you guys are both coming from Brooklyn, but he
Mhm.
kind of gave you a different praise that I wasn't expecting. I don't know if you
Mm.
expected it. You know what I'm gonna get
Mm.
at, right?
I didn't. I didn't expect it. Yeah, yeah. I'm 100%. I didn't expect it for real. And I was pleased to him say what he said.
His exact words were, you know, looking the closest to Mayweather was Bruce Shu Shu Carrington. You know what I'm saying? And he looked up to you too. He looked up to you growing
Yeah,
up, and I was like, yo, that's love because hearing it from Africa. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like hearing it from
yeah,
Africa. You
yeah.
don't
And
give
you
a
know, he
lot of
talked big
props.
crack. He talked big
Yeah,
crack too.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
you know, but it was always like that respect between us, you know, growing up. You know, I was there first day he stepped in the gym, you know what I mean? And you know, he was just, you know, a sponge. Always a student of the game, always wanted to learn. And he saw the type of fighter that I was at a young age. Like, you know, I was doing what I was doing, had my little name, and he seen me work. He just wanted to like, yo, I gotta know how he does this. I gotta know what like like what makes him think like this and that. Like he used to ask me a bunch of questions. Like you ever heard about like Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan's relationship and how like Kobe would just randomly call Michael, yo, how do you do this? What were you thinking during this? And da, 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 da. Like that's how he was when he was asked, like talking to me and asking me a bunch of questions. Like always was a sponge, and I was just always respected it and gave him game. And then he just took it and ran with it. And look at him now. Like I'm extremely proud of him, son. Extremely proud of him. Like I'm really happy at the fighter he's become and how far he's gotten in this game. He got so much further to go. I honestly feel like he's slept on. He hasn't been talked about enough because you know he had bad management early on in his career. They had him on the shelf. That wasn't having him as active as he should have been. But you know he getting his just due now, and I'm super happy. To be honest, I don't really feel like he getting his just due because he needs to get more praise than what he's getting now. But that man, he's a great fighter.
Where you gonna be fighting at? What town? What city?
Pembroke Pines, Florida, in South
Mm.
Florida. It's like near Florida, like in between Fort Lauderdale and Miami.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We over there. We over there. We bring, you know, what I mean, we bringing more heat out there to Florida, man. And
Yeah.
then yeah, nice.
Does this fight even does this is this like another opponent or does this mean something to you? Is there an extra
Nah,
mean, just to get that, double digit 10-0 type of deal?
to be just to make things clear, every single fight to me is like a championship fight. Every single fight to me is the most important fight of my life. But definitely this little added little things that I have with the 10-0, ending the year off big, and you know, like that right there is added motivation. You know, what I mean, I don't want to just win. Like I want to put on a performance, and I will put on a performance. You guys will see. Like people always be talking, bro. Like people always be talking when they talk. Like you trying to, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like I'm really gonna do it. I'm not playing no games, bro. I don't know how people is when they talk to me and they say, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm really going to do it, and y'all gonna see each and every time. Y'all gonna see I'm a man of my word, and y'all gonna see each and every time the Shu Shu show is gonna always entertain. Each and every time, y'all just gotta tune in. Y'all don't want to miss it.
Mm. You know, I remember probably like two interviews or one interview ago. We talked about like you and Inoue, and we
Mm,
talked about him and Fulton, and how
mm,
you know you want that, you want to test your skills. You believe that you
yeah,
want to be able to bring something out of Inoue that he hasn't seen, expose him. Then I
yeah,
seen another interview, and
mm,
people in the chat were like, "I love the fight. I love the fight." Um, Even some people be like, I think that he's just talking, or I don't think that he's ready for that fight yet. Then I
mm,
go and I listen to another interview, and you said it again. So
mm,
the energy is real.
yeah.
Would you have to
Yeah, I
say?
ain't just saying, I ain't just name dropping or whatever. Like, I'm not, listen, like, I respect dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to get it twisted. I'm not just out here trying to, like, I saw somebody talking about some, oh, he's trying to get a payday, da da da, da whatever. This ain't nothing about the money for me, bro. Like, this ain't like this fight that I'm talking about. This ain't, I really want to test myself and show everybody that I'm the best. Everybody say he's the best. All right, so I'm gonna test. I'm gonna show y'all that I can beat who y'all call the best. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, isn't that what us fighters, supposed to be fighting for anyway? We're supposed to be, fighting the best. I ain't ducking nobody, bro. Like, I'm not playing on games, and the monster, he's a scary dude. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't. I'm with all that. I'm with all that smoke. To be honest, that whole resume he got, it makes me want to fight him even more. Like, it really makes me want to fight him even more. So it's like I'm really, I mean every word I say when I say, like, I really do want to fight anyway. And granted, like, I don't, I'm speaking that into like a fantasy fight, because I know, like, that's like a fight that won't happen right now. Of course, I'm gonna have to get my fights in, get my rounds in.
Speaking
You
in
know, get up.
consistency,
Yeah,
because you're definitely gonna.
yeah,
It's not a fantasy fight because a fight it's gonna happen or could definitely happen.
yeah, yeah,
Fantasy fights
yeah.
like it can't
Right,
happen, you
can't
know.
happen. Right. But it's one of those fights that I really want in my career down the line. And I know I gotta pay my dues. Grant, I know this, guys. He's not ready right.
No, not really. Well, I am. I know.
Man, so like,
I'm ready physically. I, and but it's just more so of me building a record and me building a resume and building my names to be able to really sell a fight. That's all it is that's stopping for what I want to happen. That's it. Other than that, I'm ready right now. And the longer that's gonna take for me to fight him, the worse it's gonna be for him.
mm,
Simple as that.
mm. How's getting the weight off?
It's easy. It's no problem. I could be at 126 for as long as I want to.
Mm.
To be honest, problem. Like, bro, I've been on a
Oh
plant based
yeah,
diet for six
and you're
years now.
vegan.
Like, so I have no problem feeling, strong at 126. But I don't have those problems, bro. So I don't see myself moving up at no point. I probably, to be honest, I just want to just, clean the division and then decide to move up at that point, to be honest. But I don't plan on moving up no time soon. So, what I mean, we gonna work. I hope, in a way, gonna be able to be around for me and him to scrap.
hmm So you're fighting on the
Mhm.
Robesi Ramirez card. Obviously, Robesi went to Japan on that card with Steve Fulton and Inoue. Seems
Yeah,
like that's something that they might be working down the line. But in the same time, uh, you've worked with Robesi, correct?
yeah. We got some a nice amount of rounds in for sure.
And how is that as far as confidence builder, knowing where you're at, and him as a fighter?
Oh, it was a big confidence builder because prior to that point, I haven't, like, sparred anyone in my weight class, like, with a belt, anything like that. So I was still, like, I'm believing in my skill and I know what I'm capable of and I know, like, everything. But it's just like still, like, that measuring stick to see where you at. I'm there. I'm there.
So you
You
know
know
what
what I
that
mean?
means.
Yeah. I'm there, and it's just like the more time I get, it's just I'm just gonna keep getting better. Um, but him as a fighter though, he's a good fighter, bro. Like, I respect him and I understand. Like, you know why he's a champion. Like, the dude can punch. He has a solid left hand, dude. Like, and the way how he works off of your rhythm, like he waits and has good defense as well too. But he waits. It's weird just from.
mm, mm. And yeah, that was my next one. It was like, yo, like, you think that it would happen? Do you guys think that you guys are in the same path, or you think he might be on his way out?
I think so. I think so because WBO got a good relationship with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? And he got the WBO belt. So I feel like that they'll probably put me on that path. I don't think they're gonna put me like in the IBF, WBC, WBA. I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna probably put me in the WBO. But any route I'll go to, I still have that same confidence. I know Mauricio Lara, he has the WBC. I can't remember. Um, Lee Wood.
No. The
No.
yeah, yes. He does have the
Yeah,
WBC.
he has WBC. I think Lee Wood has WBA.
Mm-hmm.
Bernardo Lopez has the IBF, and Bernardo has WBO. So either one of those guys, like I'll be really excited to fight either one of them. You know what I mean? But I just gotta pay my dues. That's all it is at this point, man.
So we talking probably like another. I'm thinking their 20th fight, or is that too far?
Mm.
You think that's too far? 20th? Because you're by the road that you're
I could say
going.
around that range. I could be around that range. You know what I mean?
Like
It could be
18,
around that range.
shit like that. Yeah.
18, something like that. Yeah, you know what I mean. I feel like it could be around that range. Cause if I get like probably like 5 more fights next year, they could probably give me like 3 little fights in 2025, and then throw a little. I think they'll probably do that, do something like that.
Mm, mm. And
Yeah.
then, what's your like status though? Like, you think that you trying to go like on the undisputed for 126? It don't matter. I just need to get some type of like hardware first. How, or are you
I've
just
been
gonna
going
go
back
off
and
the
forth with
spot?
that.
Yeah.
I've been back and forth with that in my mind. More consistently, it's been undisputed, but I'm thinking, probably get some hardware, unify the division. Who knows? But man, I want to fight all of those guys that got the belt though. I want to fight all of them, man. And I feel like they're gonna start fighting each other before I get there. So it depends. It just depends on how everything go. As probably ask me that another year. Next year on this day to ask me that same question again. I might have the same answer. I might have a different answer. But as of right now, I don't know. It's in the air with me at that point. At this point right now.
Right. Right. So how was Vegas and the whole the Shakur F1 experience and all that on Thursday?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really go and check out the F1 experiences, but from the videos that I've seen, like it looked cool. That joint looked real cool. I've seen like a lot of the fans and stuff like that didn't even pay to go watch it because it was crazy expensive. They was like finding little ways to record it and look on the escalators that Vegas got across the streets and watch it like that. But it looked cool. It looked like a dope experience, man. And I just didn't really take part in it. And Shakur Stevenson fight, there was a lot of like different celebrities that was out there. I was dope. Like I saw Ocho Cinco. I didn't even know Ocho Cinco knew who I was, bro. Like
Ah, yeah.
Chad Johnson, bro. Like I think I saw him at the weigh-ins, and one of the top ranked staff, they was trying to introduce him to me, but he looked at me. He was like, "Yo, boy, you nice, boy. You nice, boy. Y'all watching your face." I'm like, "Word?" Like
He
an
likes that.
athlete like Ocho Cinco, bro. No, I just, bro, that was I got so much respect for him, bro, and that meant a lot to me for him to really like say that. I ain't gonna lie to you, but there was a lot of guys that was there. The whole experience was cool. Got to see a few of my friends fight and whatnot, and Shakur's fight, people didn't like it. I like a little more action myself, but at the end of the day, my man got the victory. He said he was sick and he wasn't feeling well, and for him to not feel well and still be that hard to hit and still be that sharp, it's a testament to the fighter he is. So I think people kind of like, not think about that. They don't really think about like what he said, and I don't know. I think they're just trying to make an excuse to not like him, and really trying to make more of an excuse not to watch him and for people to duck him. And you know, the man is a great athlete. He's a great fighter, and I feel like people are just not trying to give him his just due.
Right, right. A lot of people say, yeah, just because how he's outspoken upon I want
Mm,
to beat this guy up and stuff like that. And you and I spoke upon that too, like because I know
mm,
you're a very respectful dude, but you're very
mm,
mean in the ring. And
mm.
like I know when it comes down to people, when you start leading up to like 16, 17 fights, you're gonna start to feel the ducks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah,
And you might want to change your character a little bit
yeah,
because of that, and then you see the backflash off of that. Jose Vargas, we've seen that with Cepeda. So many different
mm,
things. We can go on and on, right?
yeah, yeah.
stylistically though, right? What were you seeing good about Shakur? What were you seeing good about Edwin? What do you think could have made the fight a little bit better on both fighters' end?
For an Edwin's end, I felt like he should have. He was waiting to counter too much. Like he literally waited for Shakur to punch every time. There was rare times when he
Counter
would
puncher,
dictate,
counter to counter.
bro. My goodness, like you know what I'm saying. And then Shakur, he's already naturally patient or whatever, but I feel like he felt Edwin's power, and I felt like, and Edwin was reacting. His reaction time was quick, bro. But if you could time his speed, bro, you could counter his counter. Like you could throw out a punch and bait him, make a bite on the feint, and then hit him. Shakur did it like a few times throughout the fight, and whenever he did, he caught him. But he just wasn't. I felt like if he was to able to be able to do that throughout the fight, it would have been a much easier fight for him, and he would have got way more shots off. But De Los Santos, I feel like his power was threatening, and he didn't want to take those risks. Especially on top of the way he was feeling. I don't think he was confident in his reaction. He probably wasn't confident in him being effective. So he just felt it was necessary not to do so. But that's what I saw throughout the fight. To be honest.
Mm, mm. People were saying that Shakur was running. What are your behalfs on that part?
Ah, man, I don't know, man. I feel like he did what he needs to do. You know what I mean? I feel like he did what he needs to do. I don't like to like call like little things like that running, like because I didn't see him running, and I want to
Wait,
say I'm gonna keep it a buck though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like it was like borderline. You know what I'm saying?
almost.
Even though like there were moments when he would be in front of him and go back and forth or have a little whatever, but you know I do feel like it was times when the Shakur he would like De Los Santos would throw a punch and Shakur would jump way out of range. I'm just like, dang, Shakur, you don't really do that much. You know what I'm saying? So those little things I'm noticing that Shakur wasn't doing. But again, you got to take into account that he wasn't feeling well. That's what he said. And then I didn't watch the fight on TV yet, but I think the commentators they had some insight in his hand being hurt or something. I heard that after the fight in the interviews they had after the fight was over, and I'm just like, dang, his hand was hurt too. So you got to take all that into account, man. He did everything he needs to do to win the fight. So I feel like Edwin De Los Santos should have done more, to be honest, to be able to make it worse for Shakur because he was way too respectful. Like, what you sitting back waiting on Shakur for? He ain't throwing nothing. Make the fight happen.
Especially being
I feel like
B side, you gotta like.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. If it was a guy like Tank, Tank was gonna push the pace. You know what I mean? If a guy like Tank was to fight like that, was to fight Shakur that night, Tank was gonna push the pace. You know what I mean? So De Los Santos, that's the difference in levels.
mm, mm. So you think that like a tank wouldn't sit back and wait for a trap? He would kind of be more on step into Shakur.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Like he would wait. He would wait a little bit, and then once it's like not enough action going on, he gonna make something happen. And then he gonna try to counter Shakur's counter, and then he gonna try to probably even take a punch to give a punch. Like he one of them type of fighters.
The jump back. You were speaking upon the jump back. I was telling my viewers
Yeah.
I've been going online a lot. Edwin De Los Santos tripled, quadrupled his jab at times, doubled his jab, but he was very fast. Do you believe that finding that type of a timing for your counter and not being able to like slip and shoot your left could be a big reason why the jump was so far and why he didn't want to go and try to counter it all the time?
I don't know. It could have been, but there's also different ways to not always step back. Like you could step to the side because the guy's throwing triple jabs in a straight line. You could step to the side. You could duck down and throw a body shot while he's throwing a jab. There's other things you can do. The step back is not always the way to go in that type of situation. And he knows that. I just felt like he just didn't want to put himself at risk of getting hit with certain things. You know what I mean? Dude was a threat. Dude was dangerous. And again, those things that Shakur had to deal with as an individual himself, with him not feeling well or his hand being hurt, he felt like it was necessary not to make those moves, And to be honest, listen, he got the win, so it was necessary.
Right, right. Um, Lots of people screaming a rematch. Lots of people saying it would be the same. What do you
Rematch
think?
for what? Nobody want to watch that.
Nobody want to watch that, right?
Nobody want to watch that rematch for what? I mean, this is not like it was a close fight. It's not like it was a competitive fight. Like Shakur won clear. Like that's not a fight that I wanna. Like if it was like, oh, dude gave Shakur some problems. He didn't give Shakur no problems. He ain't hit Shakur for real. Like I honestly believe that if Shakur was 100%, that Shakur would have been countering him and made that fight look easy. He already made it was already making it look easy. He won in a large margin without throwing that many punches. Now imagine if you throwing punches. Come on,
Mm,
bro. Like no, like it's not a fight that I want to see. I'm not really that interested like to see that him and Shakur fight. Like I like Edwin De Los Santos though. He's a threat in that division. To be honest, a lot of guys coming up too. He's a real threat, but I wouldn't want to see him and Shakur fight again. There's no point.
mm. Do you feel like he would have to earn it by like possibly in his next outing or next two outings, probably knock or have a great performance to even be in that discussion? Or do you think that discussion will be out the windows? It's already out the window and they'll never come back in.
Man, I don't know, man, because I feel, to be honest, if you look at his last four fights, Shakur been stepping into his opponents, bro. Like Shakur ain't been on that boxing too much. Like, come on, Jamel Herring, Valdez, who was Yoshino, and like, bro,
Ain't
like he been
cracking like that.
stepping to dudes, huh?
They're not cracking like that Los Santos though.
They're not cracking like De Los Santos, but I'm just saying, like, he was on a 4 fight streak of going forward and fighting dudes, right? One fight he don't. Now, oh, he's just a born fighter. Like, no, like, bro, he's taken risks before. Like, he's not the type of fighter to be able to fight in the midst of things. You know what I'm saying, and again, yeah, De Los Santos probably got more power than dudes, but Shakur said he wasn't feeling well, and I honestly believed it when he said that because he did not fight like himself. We don't see Shakur fight like that. And the last time Shakur said he didn't feel well and fought similar to that was when he fought Nakatia. You know what I'm saying?
Correct, correct.
You know, so whenever he say he don't feel well, he fights just like that. So
Hmm.
I believe him. Um, you know, bro, like, people just want to make excuses so they don't have their favorite fighter lose to Shakur. That's how I feel.
Mm.
Keep it to the top.
Yeah. Um, Having that type of performance and then having the media come at them at the way that they're doing now, it's tough. It's tough. And in your behalf, did you learn something that night as far as bringing to your career?
Did I learn anything? I don't know. I wouldn't say I learned anything, but I was just more so on like, man,
Not
I'm
technically wise, not like technically wise, like as far because it was not like that much there
yeah.
technically wise
It
for you
was.
to learn. I'm talking about
I mean,
like you
yeah,
just like you've been saying, you've been entertaining all the time. If you're not entertaining, you see how the fans will be.
yeah. That's one thing that I say I took from the fight is like I gotta remain entertaining, and I plan to do so. I feel like my style is already that. Um, naturally. And to be honest, even if a fight is boring, I'm like, man, I'm pushing the pace. Let's go. Like I'm one of them dudes, but I'm smart with it. I'm not reckless. You know what I mean? I don't be on no going back and forth like war and like Gotti and war. Like I don't do that. But I'm gonna definitely push the pace and I'm gonna start putting hands on dude and still be defensively aware. But I'm gonna give the fans what they want to see.
But real rap though, if there's somebody that's punching like real crazy, obviously you're gonna have to adjust to
Yeah,
possibly a different style.
but I ain't gonna be boring. I ain't gonna
Mm.
be boring. Yeah, I'm gonna be popping. I'm gonna be popping your face. Boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom. I'm gonna
yeah.
still do what I do, but I'm gonna be boxing. I'm gonna make sure he don't hit me, but I'm not gonna be boring. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all still
Mhm.
gonna get some action. I'm gonna still get my flurries in. I'm gonna have my moments of pushing through the rounds of it. That's just the way how I fight. That's just me. Shakur fight a different way, and he do what he do, and I respect what he do. I just fight differently. My mentality is just different. And there's nothing wrong. People want to get it twisted. Like, there's nothing wrong with the way how Shakur fought. At the end of the day, y'all not in the ring. Y'all don't know what he's feeling. Y'all don't know what he's going through. Y'all don't know what moves he got to make in the given time he's supposed to make them. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even judge him on what he's doing. I'm just telling you what I would have done differently. You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I would have fought him differently, but there's nothing wrong with what he did. He got the dub, bro. Like, look at Mayweather. He didn't had a few boring fights, which honestly I never felt like any Mayweather fight was boring to me. Like, that dude always did what he had to do and put in that work. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's just what people
That
gonna
Manny
say. People
Pacquiao
always have
shit
an
was
opinion,
boring as hell, bro.
bro. It wasn't boring to me. It was at lower expectations because everybody expected, not me though, to be honest, because I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna explain why it wasn't me, why I didn't think it was gonna be the way how everybody thought it was gonna be. But it was just everybody expected it to be a war because Manny Pacquiao, his style was gonna make you fight, da 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 da. But every single person Mayweather fights, he slows them down, bro, and makes them fight his pace. Why do you think it's gonna be different with Manny Pacquiao? Like, even for Maidana. Maidana throw 100 punches around when the 100 punches their first round when they fought. And then Mayweather did what? Slowed his pace down throughout the rounds and then got him, got the dub. So people was just, they wanted Mayweather to go back and forth. Da, 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 da. Oh, it wasn't entertaining. No. Like, for me, in my eyes, he did exactly what he needed to do. He boxed beautifully to me and with Mayweather Pacquiao. So I don't know. It just depends on what people want in the fight.
So like when you fighting when you sparring a guy like Robesi, are you not changing the way you fight because he's cracking, he's southpaw?
Say that one more time. You're breaking up.
When you sparring Robesi, I mean, obviously the style that you have coming forward is that still coming forward with a guy like Robesi that's
Oh yeah,
cracking
for
the
sure.
shit?
Sure. This just ways around it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's ways around dealing with a guy and going forward with a guy that punches. Like, like there's ways around it. I can't expose all that because you know what I mean. You got people watching.
Yeah, I gotta get with
But
you while you're in the gym for sure.
for sure, for sure. Oh yeah, yeah. You'll definitely see some good work for sure. But yeah, man, there's definitely some ways around it, and I feel like when I get into the ring with one of those strong punches, y'all gonna see how I deal with them. Y'all gonna be like, dang, like I thought he was punching. Why should like moving him like that? Why he taking the punches like that? Why he doing? I can't believe it. Y'all gonna be surprised.
Mm, I like it. I like it. Um, in that fight though, right? In the co-main event, right? We had Navarrete versus Conceição. I guess that was the fight that got people buzzing about. It was a
Yeah,
draw. Do you think they made the right decision? What you thought about the fight?
man, I ain't gonna lie. Me watching it live, oof, I didn't see it a draw at all. I was super surprised it was a draw. But maybe watching it on TV is one thing. I don't know, but and listen, that's why I'm not a judge. The judge, they got their profession. You gotta respect their profession. But you asking me, and I didn't feel like I thought Navarrete won. Then he got two knockdowns in the fight too. Like,
Yeah,
and then after that, he was still kind of putting
eating.
hands on, bro. Hey man, listen, I don't know how they're counting these fights, bro, but I don't know, man. I didn't see him losing, close to losing, or it being a draw at all. That was just my opinion. I was surprised.
Right, right. I was very
Yeah.
surprised myself. I felt like, they were trying to like make that fight with Shakur and him possibly after, and I thought that kind of ruined it. What do you think?
Uh, no, I think it's still possible. I think it's still possible, but I just feel like the hype wouldn't be as much because of that last fight with Shakur. Um, but it will be exciting because we know Navarrete is going to bring the fight. We didn't already see when Shakur do with Conceição, so the interest in fighting Navarrete is still high. Um, Navarrete gonna bring the fight. Navarrete ain't gonna sit back and wait on Shakur and respect his boxing game, his technique. No, Navarrete gonna come. He gonna be throwing them wild shots off rhythm, jumping in, leaping in, and very calculated with his moves too. It's gonna be very interesting to watch that fight.
You know, you're a very clean boxer, sharp boxer, and Obviously, lots of guys that are like older would look at Navarrete and be like, "That shit looks horrible. That shit looks disgusting. I can't believe he's at where he's at." But
Mm.
you're a realist, and you could pick on little things that you see in a fighter and give them props. What are the things that all other things that you see in Navarrete that's like, that's very calculated. It don't he might block instead of blocking a shot like this, he might block it like this, but
Yeah.
but he'll block it, he'll get the job done. And the way he hops back, what would you say that what's good about him? And then you got guys like Oshaki Foster, Hector Garcia that got belts in that class. Like, what you think?
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to him, like he does little veteran tricks. Like even the way he throws his jab, it's like a jab, but it's like a push jab, like a stiff arm jab. It's so it's hard for you to counter. It's hard for you to come back. Um, like the way he even blocks when he throws his jab, he jabs and kind of like covers his face when sometimes when he blocks, or um, even the way he throws his uppercuts when he's leaping in, he fakes the right hook and then has the people counter, has the people react, and then throws the uppercut in between the gloves. Like it's little things that people don't watch. They think
He'll
it's all
fake here
ugly.
and
Da,
then
da,
throw the
da.
uppercut here. Yep.
Yeah. Like people like, oh, that joint look ugly, da, 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 da. But bro, like he's getting these people like this for a reason. Like it's awkward and it's off rhythm, it's off tempo, it's off beat. The cadence is different. Like he'll throw so three soft punches and throw a hard punch, then another soft punch. Like the cadence is crazy. Like you don't know when to brace for the hard shot. Like it's very calculated things he's doing in there, and I see it. I see it.
Like now people's like, oh, I don't want to see a Shakur and Tank fight. I don't want to see a Shakur and Devin Haney fight. Real rap. They capping, right?
They
They
do. They capping. They just talking because they don't want to see their favorite fighter lose to Shakur. So of course they're gonna be, oh, I don't want to see. I don't want to. And I ain't saying that they're gonna lose to Shakur. Let me not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying they don't want that possibility to be there. You know what I mean? People, they'll clickbait bad. Like, oh, shoot that. Oh, they'll clickbait bad. But you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not saying that that would happen, but they don't want that possibility because they know how much of a threat Shakur is. They know that it
mm,
can happen. So they're like, oh, let's keep him far away from, let's make this video saying I don't want Shakur to fight because he's boring. You know what I mean?
mm.
That's how I feel.
He's taking it to Twitter. We had Ryan Garcia go at him in Twitter, talking about who he is and stuff like that. And then you have also Haney taking it to Twitter as well. I should have gave that bump
Yeah.
10%.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
was crazy. Yeah.
what do you believe in the Twitter wars in boxing? Do you think it helps, or do you think it kind of sparks? It kind of like your interest is like, I don't know.
Nah, it helps. It helps, and especially in this day and age with social media and stuff, like it gets people more intrigued to watch these fights. Like even if nobody knows who these people are, they see people going back and forth. Oh, who this? What are they talking about? People real nosy on Twitter, bro. So it gets the conversation flowing, and you get instigators. Oh, he said this, he said that. It definitely gets the conversation going. So I feel like it's good. It helps out with the sport of boxing. It helps out with making these fights happen, or you know, setting these fights up. I really like to see what's going on when it comes to these Twitter wars, because I honestly feel like these fighters want to fight each other. It's just like the business side of it kind of holds these things back, um, or just lets it marinate a little longer. What I would like to say, because I do feel like at some point all these guys gonna want to go fight each other. Like I know a lot of these dudes that's at this weight division. Like I know Tank, I know Shakur, I know Devin, I know T.O., I know Ryan, I know all of them guys. They all want to be the best. So it's just a matter of time.
Right, right. Um, we got some fights coming up. Obviously, next week's a banger, man. Next week's a banger. The whole card of PBC is lit. I mean, we got Hector Garcia. We got who I am. Let me see. We
Yeah.
good?
Are you good now?
We good? Okay.
Yeah.
Because you was breaking up in my end
Yeah.
too, but then you figured it out there. All right. The card
Mhm.
next the card this week. Sorry, Stella card. Right. What fight are you
Hmm.
excited to see on that card?
Oh, Andrade and Benavidez for
Main
sure.
event, straight main event.
Main event, yeah, straight main event because I want to see if Boo Boo can give Benavidez some problems. I really want to see if Boo Boo can give Benavidez some problems, man. Like that. That's just Boo Boo is that guy that's been ducked for so long. He's put on the shelf, but even every single time he fights, he's not the most entertaining fighter. But the things that he does, I feel like would bring up issues to Benavidez because he's not the most conventional fighter, but he does what he does to win. He does what he needs to do to win. And I hope to see if that style can keep up with Dave Benavidez because he's a monster. He's a young monster, bro, and he hasn't really been showing too many chinks in his armor throughout his whole career. I feel like when he fought Caleb, though, you would get some insight on how to beat him. Caleb had a good 5-6 rounds on him, first 5-6 rounds. So I mean, I feel like if Caleb was able to get probably like more rounds in, like um, and keep up with his conditioning, and not get tired, then I feel like he would have been able to get that dub. But it was just unfortunate he wasn't able to pull it out. Uh, if he comes in with a similar style and then add on little things, he can definitely give Benavidez some problems, man. I'm just really interested to see who's always gonna go.
You think Benavidez? I mean, do you think Demetrius has enough power to stun David or possibly knock him down, knock him out?
I don't know. I feel like he has enough power to have you respect him, to so you're not just running in and just thinking that you could just walk in and just I
Yeah.
feel like he has enough power for that. But I don't know about knocking him down, knocking him out. We've seen Andrade drop dudes though. You know what I mean? We didn't see. It's not like he can't do it, but the chances of it, with the guy freaking juggernaut, I don't know. I don't know.
He is a monster. He is a monster. What about
Yeah.
that co-main, the co-main over there with Jose and Jamal?
Well, Jose and Jamal, I honestly don't like that fight. I don't like it, man,
Jamal's
because
way.
Jose coming up, Jamal's too big. You know what I mean? I feel like Jamal's too big. I don't know how they even made that fight. Like Jose is coming up in weight. Like he fought Crawford at 147, if I'm not mistaken, 140, 147.
And he started his career at 140.
Yeah, man. I feel like Jamal's too big. That's how I just feel. Like I don't really fight how they made it fight. Maybe it's just to keep Jamal active, put him back in because he had a long layoff. He just wanted to just get his feet wet. But what I'm saying, I don't know, man. I don't like the fight.
You think they just gave it? They just gave Jose a favor, like they just did him a favor type deal.
Say it again.
You think they just gave did Jose a favor?
Probably, probably. I think so, just to keep him active.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
I agree. Like when I found out it was the co-main, I'm like, ugh, man, you got some better people on the card as well.
yeah.
You got Michelle Rivera and Libanez. That's not even on the pay-per-view portion of it.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
know.
I honestly not educated on who's on the undercard. To be honest.
Yeah. You remember Michelle Rivera, the one that's Ali lookalike,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm familiar with him.
and you know Libanez fought
Hmm.
Boots.
They fought Boots and all that. Yeah, and
Mhm.
yeah. I'm familiar with those guys. I just don't know who else is on the card.
Yeah, and then Hector Garcia, the one that fought Tank against Lamont Roach. That'd be
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. I like that. I like that matchup.
right, right.
I like that matchup.
And
It
now,
was some good fights.
in the same time, you're fighting on the same day as Devin Haney and Regis Prograis as well. Um,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
what you even think about the fight itself?
I feel like Devin gonna box him. Devin should be able to box him, use that jab well, because Regis' feet is pretty slow. I feel like Regis can lure him in and catch him with a shot if in the inside or whatever. Regis got some good power. We've seen him display his power. But I feel like Devin can do a good job at just jabbing and moving. Being real, real slick. You know what I'm saying? And then being able to, just keep Regis program on his toes for real. making it difficult for him.
You think it could be something similar to what we just experienced on Tuesday? I mean Thursday.
Nah, nah. I think it'll be gonna be more action. I feel like it's gonna be more action. I feel like there's gonna be pressure to be more action because of what happened on Tuesday. To be honest,
Right.
so
Reed
you know,
said the
I feel
same
like
thing
he
to
gonna
me.
try to make a point because he online talking hot. You know, so he gotta show like he different from Shakur.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got
Mhm.
85 people on the live, guys. Smash the like button, smash the like button. You about to like these questions right here. So, Shu Shu, celebrity crush growing up.
Man, you gonna try to get my butt kicked by my fiance, man.
Hey, it was that I said back in the day.
Back in the day, she don't care. They don't care. Nah, but she know though. Megan Good. Megan Good was my
She goes, she
celebrity crush
know
girl.
Megan good.
Megan Good, man. Nah, nah, man. Oh, I gotta look behind me. I got.
Right. I
You
be
know what I
doing
mean?
the same thing. I be doing the same thing. Did I say it too loud? Did I say it too loud?
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Where I remember I was watching Biker Boys. She was in Biker Boys. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I like her.
Yeah, she's a baddie.
Yeah.
Um, yo, so do you believe in the saying like, and I don't even know like how long you gotta go without having sex before the fight. Do you do that? Like, do you believe in
Yeah.
that old saying?
Yeah, I do. I do because I noticed that when I'm not or whatever, it's more so like you built up a lot of testosterone and use that energy in the ring, and it kind of gives you a lot of energy. Um, I see fighters do the opposite because they say it makes them loose. But I feel like to each his own. For me, I feel like when it helps in your mental to be able to sustain from sex and you know just fully focus on what you got to do in that fight and everything like that. Just fully just use that as a focus. So I definitely stay away from it, and I feel like it helps me. Like, but again, to each his own.
Yeah, and then it makes your fiance want you even more, right? Because the
Right,
temptation.
right. You know what I mean? After that big win, come here, baby.
Yeah, going butt wild.
Right.
I guess she's like, oh, I love my man. Now this is what.
Right.
You got kids, Shushu?
No, I have one son. Yeah, I have one son.
And how old is he?
Yeah. He's 6. He just turned 6 in November.
Mm.
November 4th.
Oh wow, that's my girlfriend's
Yeah.
birthday. That's crazy, and my birthday.
Okay. Bad,
Yeah,
bad. Tell her happy belated, man.
absolutely. So, talk to me about that, like fatherhood. See, I don't know if people even know that about you.
Yeah. I'm gonna start bringing him out. What I mean, in the fights and stuff like that. I just brought him his first fight. He just came to watch Shakur and everybody, so that was his first fight. But yeah, man, yeah. Yeah, man, fatherhood, man, it's like one of the best things in the world, man. I tell you, like it gives you a whole different perspective of life. It makes you mature in a lot of ways and think about certain things because before then you could you'd be a little more careless and take chances with your life and your priorities and morals might have been different, but having a child to take care of, you having something added to live for and something to provide for, someone to provide for, and it's just like when they especially because you do things out of love, so you don't really like expect much out of it because you're just doing it in spite of, not because of. But it's like when they start to show you that appreciation and they're all over you and want to do little things, like I mean, they build more of a connection. It's like it's no match, bro. There's nothing that can really match that in this world for real. So it's a beautiful feeling.
Now, because you're a boxer, dude, does he like try to throw hands with you, like fake it with you at all?
Yeah, him and my fiance always jumping me. First of all, they always want to jump me, and I don't understand why they would want to jump me. But yeah, nah, definitely. And I've been teaching them little moves. You know what I mean? I've been teaching them little things just for him to defend himself. I wouldn't want him to box, but just to to be have him to actually defend himself. Like he'll have more confidence when he's walking outside, and just in case something happens, he can be able to just do what he do. You know?
And I like that. My God, pound for pound boxing talk. They mentioned something about you and Cormel. Am I correct? Or was it that you just sparred him or something like that, and then people took it
Yeah,
more like they're gonna fight one day or they should fight one day? What was that whole thing?
yeah, we sparred about twice. Me and Camille sparred about twice, and it was good work. I feel like the dude for his age, like he is definitely an interesting an interesting fighter. I feel like let him continue to get his feet wet, and then we can have more of a conversation on him in terms of him, me and him fighting. But I do wish him well, and in his future fights and everything like that. I like the kid. I do like the kid. He's sharp. He mixes in his aggression with boxing and stuff like that. He has good reactions, good placement with his body shots and stuff. He throws numbers, punches and bunches, nice combos, and I really do see him, going far. So when the time is right, I'll have more to say. But let the kid, get his feet more wet, and let him, get more experience in the game. Then we could probably talk about him more down the line.
Right? No, 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 yeah, absolutely. Um, you know me, I wouldn't even. I don't talk about stuff that don't make sense yet.
Yeah.
But in the same time, like, what is something that you would like to tell your fans about you that they don't know about you yet?
I mean, well, if y'all don't know about me for real, like I'm a man of my word, and I don't
Check
run
out my
from nobody.
documentary.
Yeah, I don't run from nobody. I don't run from nobody, and I'm one of them dudes that's just like really like I'm about everything I say. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. One thing I will do is put in that documentary in there. I would love for you guys to definitely get more of an in depth, you know, to see him what my character is, more in depth scene or perspective to see how I am. I have a documentary that's out. It's called Brownsville Born. You can watch that on brownsvilleborn.com. It gives you like a real insight on what I go through, what I've been in my life, the loss of my brother and how I had to continue to fight through that, my family's perspective and on that situation. And honestly, I hope you guys can definitely watch it and enjoy it. Don't be shy to hit me in the DMs after y'all watch it too. Make sure y'all bring a box of tissue because it's a little, what I mean, it's a little tear jerker, but it's really cool.
He said a tearjerker.
It is, man. Word. I couldn't get past like me watching the movie, bro. When I first watched it, I couldn't get past like the title screen without just crying a little bit. I feel like everybody else could get past it, but me, I couldn't. Like, I was just like, oh
You
god,
cried on your own
damn.
documentary, bro?
Say it again.
You cried on your own documentary?
Yes, 100%. I cried, bro. I cried probably like 2 times watching that joint, bro. For real, it was definitely heartfelt.
Yeah, man. I keep saying I gotta check it out. I've been missing so many people's documentaries from like yours to Victor Conte. I still haven't bought the Andre Ward freaking book yet.
Man, listen. The next time I hop on an interview with you, you better have watched it already, man.
I already did.
It's only
Trust me.
30 minutes.
I'm already gonna. What was that?
It's only 30 minutes.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna have my girl there. She be crying like crazy quick, so I'll be have her in there too.
All right. For sure, for
Um,
sure.
where can people find you, Shu Shu, man? We got 80 people here, and for the thousands of people that will be watching this interview.
You guys can watch. You guys can. Wait, what the heck? Did I just freeze? I don't know if I'm frozen. Let me know if I'm
That
frozen.
you're not frozen, but you went pitch black.
I'm
Go
pitch
ahead.
black right now.
You're pitch black right now. You
Where?
could
I don't know what's happening.
you could like come out and come back in, or you could just tell people like where they could find you regardless. And
Yeah, I'm gonna just tell y'all, man. I'm gonna just tell y'all. Y'all can follow me on my Instagram, Bruce_Carrington. My Instagram is Bruce_Carrington. My Twitter is bcarrington1. And again, man, guys can watch me fight December 9th on ESPN Plus. And don't miss it, man. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss the Shu Shu show because the Shu Shu show is always entertaining, man. Definitely tune in.
yo, make sure you guys tune into that. Check out my man Bruce Carrington. You already heard it from Bob Aaron himself, one of the best prospects that he has in his roster. I think he didn't even say one of, he said the best actually.
Mm,
And
mm.
definitely check him out, bro. He's very entertaining. And nevertheless, man, we got a whole bunch of your fans on the chat as well. People seen that they have seen the interview, and I mean they have seen your documentary, and they love watching you, man. So continue doing your thing, man. We'll double back on the next one as soon as you're done this fight and get the job done.
I appreciate that, my man. Thank you for having me.
You already know, man. God bless, and on to the next one.
Yes, sir.
All right. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed that interview. Smash that like button. You know how we do it in Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the Fighters Channel, the Trainers Channel, the People's Channel. Speaking of trainers, I just had while I was doing the interview, I had to decline his message, his call like 2 times. So I'll be getting off of this real. I know we like to do that boxing talk right after our interviews, but and tap into callers and all that stuff. But I think what I'm gonna do is call Edwin De Los Santos's coach Cello first because he was the one that called me a few times and see what time we're gonna do this interview today. Then after that, we're gonna get right into the show, and you already know it's gonna be a good one tonight, man. Really good one. Wally Moses, Shakur Stevenson's head trainer, will be tapping in with me tomorrow because they had a hard, rough camp, and they just want to enjoy the holidays and just not have any boxing going on in their life right now. So I could understand that as well. But we'll be having Wally Moses on next week, most likely on Monday. So definitely check out that. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel, man. It's much needed. We need to be growing this channel up to 100,000 subscribers, and once we get there, man, we're gonna start doing crazy things. You guys already know I have a lot of friends that are boxers, and what I'm gonna be doing on top of it is start to I'm gonna start doing giving away autographed gloves. I think that that's what I'm gonna be starting to do, but I need you guys to tell a friend to subscribe to the channel. I think I'll probably start doing my first autographed gloves with Zab Judah, Sugar Shane Mosley, James Tony, all like the guys that I know personally, and then from there I could send that to you guys, and that's something that I want to do for the subscribers once we hit certain marks. So I think my first autographed glove will probably be throwing them out there probably in around I think 50,000 subscribers. We'll be starting to throw two pairs of gloves, one from Zab Judah and one from Sugar Shane Mosley. And then once we hit 100,000, then we'll be giving away uh, uh, um, three pairs of autographed gloves, and you can't wait. And guys, just to let you know, I got a super interview. Like when I mean super, gold medalist. Think about it. Think who it is. He's retired. Gold medalist. Great. I don't want to say too much because then you can say the names in the comments and then and tell me. But yo, huge, huge interview, and I can't wait to give it to you guys. Oh shit. Oh man, I said too much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's be coming up. We'll find out the date tomorrow when we're gonna have that interview, and that interview will be an exclusive. 1 hour of a fire interview, and I think that's one of the better interviews that I've had in my resume right now for this year. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Tomorrow I'll be getting the news on the date and time for sure. And shout out to all the subscribers. Make sure you guys all subscribe to the channel and tell people to subscribe to the channel. It's really gonna build it up. You know what I'm saying? That way, I could do this full time for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I could do this full time. Um, some of y'all know I'm a boxing coach, so I love coaching. I'll never let that go. I love coaching the amateurs and people that just want to be able to learn how to defend themselves. But this is my second love right here. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, where does my girl fit in when it comes to the first love, second love, third? She like the third love, but I love her though, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. I love boxing so much, but you already know it's Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the Fighters Channel, the Trainers Channel, the People's Channel. Remember, we're gonna be going on most likely tonight. I'm gonna talk to Edwin De Los Santos' trainer, right now. That's why I'm going to get off the live, just to get up the heads up. And guys, if you guys enjoyed the interview, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, man. We get in some real stuff. I'm gonna make sure that this is the one of the number one podcasts is all over the country, man, because I believe that I got enough knowledge inside the ring, and all I gotta do is continue to study and become, stay a student of the game, because I'm a humble dude. So that's the main thing, and I need y'all to, keep supporting me. Tell everybody, yo, who's your favorite, boxing channel? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you better check out Mill City Boxing. They just been up for 8 months, and they're going up. So you already know, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back with another one. Most likely, I'll be up like right away. I gotta hit them up, but make sure you guys smash the notification button so you already know when I'm live, because that's very important. It makes it an easy deal, right? But yeah, I'm excited to give you that interview and much more to come. You already know. Much love to everybody on the chat. Please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Much love. Hey, donations ain't too bad either. You know what I mean? The super stickers, you know what I mean?